Hi guys, this is Xiaomi Max, aka Max. Welcome back to another video on the channel. The game is actually in a very sorry state right now. I'm actually gonna talk about 5 things that you can do to actually enjoy FC24 more. Because we all know that the game is actually free right now. I have some league own TOTS leagues as well as some rank 2 weekend league rewards that I managed to clutch up for you guys. We'll go through the content that we have gotten yesterday first before moving on to the rest. We got a Bundesliga SBC in the shape of Lucio. You guys know Lucio. He's actually one of my favorite center backs in game. He's just him in game. So he has block as well as anticipate plus. So that is 3 out of the 6 playstyles. Now, let's take a look at the price first, right? 10 squads comes up to about 1.1 million coins. Not very difficult to do given the amount of fodder that we have. And let's talk about the price of the SBC, right? It comes out at 1.1 mil. So Lucio at his peak was at about 1.25 mil just on Saturday itself. So from a value standpoint, he is worth it to complete. As we all know, Lucio is really meta. He's actually a very good center back. At the end of the day, whether you should complete him really depends on who you have in your club. So if you're like me, have Real Ferdinand, right? Team of the year is definitely better. If you have, I also think Konate is also better. He's about 500k. I think you can still complete him. You also have 5 of the 6 defensive play styles. I think that all these are really good options. You know, Saliba is kind of a little bit more debatable. I didn't really like him as much as I like Konate. If you have somebody like Bisek, of course, I think all these are all better center backs than Lucio. If you do not have these center backs, then I would say you should go ahead to complete Lucio, because Lucio, he is still very meta in game, and I think he will definitely last you probably through to footies. So with this, like I mentioned, some of the meta center backs actually drop a little bit. 585 for Bisek to about 550k, and he's actually starting to rebound back up. Your Saliba as well, 630k down to about 580. But again, because these are TOTS cards and they're generally viewed, or people always think that it's actually better, so their prices actually rebound back much better. We did also get the weekly TOTS upgrade. We all know that every single Tuesday at content drop it will be coming. This time it's just one squad. Previously, I believe 2 squads, a 83 and a 86. This time they scrapped the 83. It is actually just a 86 with 1 TOTS or 1 team of the week. 45k to complete. I think that the pack weight is not going to be great. We all know the pack weight is not going to be great. So just go and complete, because right now you have so many fodder. If you're not going to send them in exchanges, if you're not going to craft any player SBCs, then I think, you know, this one is actually the one to do, even though the pack weight is not great. Alright, let's get into something that is really huge. So if you guys were on the game yesterday, the servers were just absolutely terrible. You know, I've actually tried just crafting SBCs, right? It has taken me forever just scrolling through. And then we did also have, over the weekend as well, we have people disconnecting from foot champs even when they're winning. It counted as a loss for them. And then we have people who are actually getting like 4 to 5 disconnects over the course of 20 games. Now, this is a really huge problem. I don't really know what is the issue here, because I don't understand. It can't be that more people are actually playing the game during Bundesliga TOTS compared to Premier League TOTS. So why is this happening? You know, EA even went as far as yesterday, right? The servers got so bad during Tuesday content drop that EA actually tweeted this out, saying that we are investigating reports of some player experiencing Ultimate Team connectivity issues. And then after that, they tweeted again an hour or so later saying that, you know, you should be able to connect to Ultimate Team. Yes, we were able to connect to Ultimate Team, but you know, you could very well spend like 15 minutes just crafting the SBC. You know, when you're navigating the menu, you get kicked out. You know, all those sorts of stuff. So it's actually super duper terrible. We also have cases whereby people were getting extra rate player picks due to the servers being modded. Like, let's say you're supposed to get 3, right? If you get rank 1, some people I saw got 4. And even for my own rewards, it's also a little bit modded. You guys will understand when you actually see my actual rewards. So some, we all know that the servers are always very terrible. But one of the big reason why this is happening is because the game is actually now free for PS Plus users. If you go on to here and then you go to your PlayStation Plus, you will actually see that FC24 is free for you if you have PlayStation Plus. This contributed to a lot of things. I would say people are saying that right now the servers are very mudded, especially yesterday during content drop, because of this, because the game is actually being made free. But I kind of disagree, because I don't think that there are that many new players coming into the game. Sure, there might be quite a few, but that can't be the sole reason why we are actually getting very mudded servers. So I don't know what's going on, really. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, we do also have some free 82x11 packs for PlayStation Plus users as well. If you want to go and claim, you can just search. I believe I actually got it just now, the FC4 pack, and then it will actually appear. You can go ahead to go and claim. Actually, yeah, so this is the one. So you have to go and click confirm purchase in order for you to get your pack, your 82x11 pack. So go ahead and do that. So anyway, I have 5 ways for you guys to enjoy this game better, right? So the first thing that we have to talk about is there are actually 3 different versions of this game. Playing old gen on old gen, playing old gen on new gen, playing new gen on new gen. So if you guys are not very clear, playing old gen on old gen means you're playing the PS4 version on the PS4. Playing the new gen on playing the old gen on new gen means you have a PS5, but you're playing the PS4 version in the actual game itself. Playing new gen on new gen means playing the PS5 version on the PS5 itself. So there is a really huge difference. I've tried all 3 versions, and I can tell you the worst version is new gen on new gen, the PS5 version on PS5 itself. It's terrible because there's no space in the midfield. What you have to do is you have to keep switching the ball from right to left and left to right, switching wings in order to get the space to open up, because the midfield in the central area is just too crowded. And then the only really good way for you to score is to dribble your way, R1 dribbling to the byline, cut back to actually score. There are also more bounces, and then you basically cannot get the ball when you tackle. I think this is more apparent on the PS5 version. Now, I've also tried the PS4 on PS4 version, and it's actually the old gen on old gen, and I would say that the gameplay is very, very slow. It just feels very, very sluggish. I think that really the best way to go about playing this game is using a PS5 and then choose the PS4 version when you're actually playing. I think that is the best. I think you get the most out of the game itself. Of course, there's still some DDA stuff, but really, I think that is where, if you want to play authentic football, I think that is the best place to do it. Of course, I think that the corner glitches are more apparent on the new gen on old gen, but I think I can live with that compared to there being no space in midfield. If you're playing PS5 on PS5, if people play 5 at the back, you're gonna be absolutely mudded. So that is the first thing that I want to talk about. Another thing that I want to talk about is the best times to play the game, right? Do not play your champs during content drop. So 6 PM UK time, I realize, is when the servers get really, really, really mudded. Do not do that. I think a lot of people are actually coming in to check out the content. So for me, the best times to play are at about 8-9 PM on a Saturday and Sunday UK time for you guys. So for me, that's like 2-3 AM Sunday mornings. For me, I think those are the best times. And then Tuesdays and Wednesday mornings are also pretty good. So I cannot stress enough how different it is, or how significant an impact it is, right, to get on these times to actually go and play the game, because every input delay makes a huge difference as to whether you can make that pass, as to whether you can make that shot. All the bounces, all these are actually very, very apparent. So that is the second way. Now the third way, I would say, is probably one whereby you can control the most. Use meta players. If you guys take a look at my team, I think especially this year for the defenders itself, you have to go top tier whenever you can. Rio Ferdinand, top 4, top 5 centre back in my opinion. I think Konate is also very good. Saliba is half decent. So you need to have all these very good meta players whereby their AI is actually incredibly insane. More often than not, they would come clutch for you, right? Even when the servers are actually absolutely murdered. You guys can see, right? Akafu, I have 500 over games with him. Fonzie Davies, flashback is still one of the best in the game. You know, as you guys can see, I have Zambrota. Why do I only have 34 games with him? Because I don't feel that Zambrota is better than Davies or Cafu. So even though I competed at SBC, I'm still going to be using Cafu and Davies, right? So I think this is something that you can control. And there are some players that whose attacking AI is absolutely insane, right? We know Mbappe is one. Mia Hamm is another. You know, the attacking AI is absolutely insane. Bobby Charlton as well. All these players, even when the servers are really murdered, their attacking AI would still come through, and they will give you that pushing in and pushing out movement whereby you attack in order to give you more space. They will give you that extra edge, especially when the servers are really murdered. Timo Werner again is another player who is very good at this attacking AI. The fourth way in which you can enjoy this game more is you guys might think that it's a little bit you might disagree with this, but I would say do not buy the store packs. I have seen so many of these store packs, 725k, 750k packs, absolutely mudding people. Of course, if you are somebody who has a lot of coins, you know, 10 mil, 11 mil, whatsoever, you can go ahead to rip these packs. But if you're spending real life money, which is like $50 pounds on these packs, it's not worth it. I would really, right, just go and buy, if you really want to open up the store packs, go and buy coins, and then it's actually way cheaper. Even then, I would highly recommend against it because I've seen so many people pack very terrible stuff from this. Maybe every 1 out of 20 would pack something really good. 1 out of 30, right? Do not buy these packs. You're just wasting your money. And the last tip that I have for you, perhaps, which is the most basic, use a LAN wire. Whether you're using console to play, whether you're using PC to play, use your LAN wire, because I can tell you it makes a very huge difference. I played before on wireless, whereby my PlayStation is very near to my wireless router. I can tell you, right, there is less DDA, less bouncers and everything if you are using wired. Right, wired is just so clear of wireless. No matter how good a router you have, I think that wired is the best way to go about doing it. And I can assure you, if you use wired in your weekend league, you can actually get extra easily 2 to 3 wins very easily. And most often than not, that extra 2 to 3 wins, right, would be another rank, correct? Yeah. So those are the 5 ways that I think you can actually to make yourself enjoy the game more. If you guys have any other suggestions, any other things that you guys think that can be done better in order to make your experience in the game more enjoyable, do leave it down in the comment section below, and actually, you know, read through your comments. So anyway, I think sort of like as a form of apology to us being, you know, the servers being so crappy over the weekend that just passed and even up to yesterday, they decided to basically give us a free 3k XP. You just have to play 1 game, and obviously this is not good enough, right? But with that, we have some people, right, like myself, who can actually go ahead and claim Kobe Maino. I'm actually gonna try him out in game and inform you guys further down the line as to whether he's actually any D. Anyway, I think that his best position, based on the thing that I see in him, the stats and the playstyle pluses, I think he'll be best as a box-to-box midfielder. Given that he is relatively smaller in size, it might be more advisable for you to have a more type CDM. The only thing that I don't like about him is that 80 reaction. That 80 reaction at this stage of the game is not good enough. However, he does have 3 playstyles. He does have Bruiser as well, so I have high hopes for this. So anyway, if you guys actually watched the Champions League yesterday, it was actually a very enjoyable game between PSG and Dortmund. And of course, we know that spoiler alert, right? Dortmund actually won, and Sule is actually gonna get a +1 as well as he's gonna get one more playstyle plus as well. Right, so hopefully it's in the defending category, right? It has to be, I think, likely given that most of the defenders that we have right now have 5 out of the 6 defending playstyles. So next up for today, we have another huge game as well. We have Tony Cruz as well as Kimmich playing Bayern against Real. So that is another game that you can expect to see some kind of movement for these cards. Yeah, so I hope Madrid wins, right? I think I kind of like Madrid. So anyway, we did also get some live thoughts upgrade as well. I don't know why EA decided to just upgrade the game, upgrade the players yesterday. Sobazai was upgraded from a 90 to a 92, right? Zaha was also upgraded as well, along with Hincapi and a few others. Usually the upgrades come on a Wednesday. So I don't know why they decided to change it to randomly onto a day itself. Maybe this is something that they would do going forward. So, you know, with some of the upgrades, as usual, people are always more excited to try the cards. So Zaha actually already went up 129 to about 147. And right now he's actually even higher. Hincapi also rose a little bit as well, given that we are in Bundesliga thoughts, easier to link, right? About 95 to about 110k right now. Yeah, that's the usual trend of the cards, right? That is that. Now, talking about some of the content that we should be seeing, a guaranteed Bundesliga thoughts pack. Question will be how much will it cost? The Premier League was a 86 and an 88 rated squad, so I think for this one it could be a little bit cheaper. We do have some cards that are way more expensive, but overall I think it's a little bit cheaper. Likely, I think it's gonna be like an 85 and an 88 rated squad. So if you want to, I think you can pick up a couple of 85s. Let's take a look. They have already went up due to some of the gamble SBCs that we have getting. So I think the ones that I really like is actually your 87s are the safest by far, because if it's a lower rated squad, they will still go up. 88s are slightly more risky, but if there's an 88 rated squad, they're actually gonna go up a lot. So I think 87s, 88s, and 85s are most definitely the play here. You can invest and then try to sell, I think, definitely before rival rewards on Thursday itself. So 84s are also going up a little bit as well. I think if they went up to about 1.8, I think, at one point, because of the 83 by 7s that were actually going up. Yep, 2k. They're coming back down to their discount price again. That's something that you can invest in. So I would say that probably tonight or at rival rewards will be some of the best times to invest in these cards. I think you're not going to be holding on to these cards for too long, because we have the League On thoughts coming on later. So it's probably buy tonight at content drop with the guaranteed pack, and then sell to those people who are actually trying to play their qualifier. Some of the good cards, I think Sancho is one that is very, very good. I like the lower budget ones. Malin as well. I think all these cards would actually do pretty decently. You know, just buy, hold for a few days, and then they will do very, very well. I think Schlotterbeck is also kind of rare as well. So buy a content drop later on, sell on Thursdays. Let's go ahead and talk about some of the league players that we have. Right, Mbappe, I don't think there is any surprise with him. So really, I think he will get 3 playstyle pluses. And we all know what happened with CR7, right? It actually went up in price, the Team of the Year version, because the TOTS version extinct. GG's if you actually bought. So this version, Team of the Year, is actually at about 10 mil. I believe that he has probably went up a bit because people know that the new one is actually gonna be crazily expensive, and most likely, I would say, very likely gonna be extinct. Right, let's take a look. Yeah, he was like 12 to 13 mil, so he dropped a bit. So I expect the new Mbappe, the price range to be 15 mil. I expect him to be extinct. So like I mentioned, if you did invest in somebody like CR7, I believe he was about 5 I think he was 5.2 million coins, right, just last week. I believe it was 5.2 million coins. Let's actually take a look. Yeah, it was 5.2. I remember at one stage when I saw him, he was at about 5.2. And then when the Team of the Year was released, right, and it actually was too expensive, the Team of the Year version actually went up, right? He's exiting at 11.4 mil. So if you're ballsy enough, you can go ahead to invest. We also have Gyoro. I remember at the earlier part of the game, she was actually a very good box-to-box midfielder as well. Again, 3 playstyle pluses, French, PSG, easiest club to link. Carrying on from that PSG hype, we have Vitinha as well. I think he played really, really well in real life across the 2 legs against Dortmund. Like a really good baller. Hakimi possibly gonna be the best, one of the best right backs in the game. Again, this guy is gonna be super expensive. I think he can rival Frimpong at about 3 to 4 million coins, and I wouldn't really be surprised with that. Now, let's talk about some of the investments that people have already been making. You guys have been following the video channel, know that I'll most definitely recommend you guys to be buying the gold versions of the cards, right? Like Hakimi, he's already up because there will be a requirement on Thursday content drop for the League On Cup, and likely it's going to be the same. Again, max 90 overall. It's already up a lot. You can go ahead and take a look. I think Impembe Go is also somebody that you can look at, which I would like to think that he's like went up a bit. And even for like Dembele, right, if you see him really close to like the fodder price for your 86s, right, I think you can go ahead to invest in them. He's about 2k higher than your lowest 86 rated cards. I would say maybe even Colomani, right, might be worth an investment if it's close to that price. So yeah, if you're somebody who knows how to do all this trading, which I already spoken about in the previous videos, you will actually do really, really well. Look at Nuno Mendes also being very, very high. I think even, I would say, right, Go Donnarumma might be somebody that you can look at as well. 7.8k for your 87s. How much are 87s? Yeah, you can probably look at Donnarumma. Because a lot of people will be using Go for the cards for the cup itself. You can also do the same for your La Liga, right, in which I will talk about more in the next video. I think it's a little bit too early for that. So I actually forgot to mention one of evolutions, right, in my previous video. So this is the one, the Odds Attacker Plus. So this one, a lot of people are using it to upgrade Gredash, who I believe is actually extinct. I do have him in definitely one of the best. Rashford as well, but the issue is he's still gonna have that 3-star weak foot. So if you're considering whether to do somebody like Gredash, I think if your team is not that meta, you're willing to spend like 200k, I think he's somebody that you can look to. He's always a very good card at the start of the game, right? I always use his gold version. He's actually very, very good because his attacking AI is actually very, very good. Even though I say, right, his attacking work rate is medium, I can tell you his AI is right up there. Huang, I think, is a little bit too clunky for my liking, right? Foden might not be too bad of a shout as well. Marlon, also, this Marlon is actually better than his Moments version, the Tots Moments version. So yeah, of course, along with that, you all know that the this card is actually extinct on the market right now. If you guys want to try to pack him, you can do the exchanges. I think I've seen some people packing him from the exchanges, and then you can actually do that, right? So also, right, we did also get some other content as well, right? EA has been releasing a lot of content recently, especially your player SBC, the Philip Lam SBC. I think he's still a very good fullback in my opinion. You probably do not want him to be playing as a box-to-box midfielder, given that he's finished. So possibly as a CDM as well might be not too bad of a shout. 7 squads, I think, cost about 4 to 500k. Can get it done, but I think we have so many players that are actually so much better at a cheaper price, right? Like your odds. Also, we did get the Bundesliga upgrade, which I've already done. Odds evolution. I did Coleman, right? I have untradeable Coleman. So that's that. We did also have Simikan SBC. Don't think that this SBC is anything too much to shout about. Very likely for whole down the road. So we did also get the 86 double upgrade. If you guys watched my previous video, I tipped 84s and 85s. So if you bought 84s and 85s, you're actually making some good and easy points there. And yep, that's that. So like I mentioned, I do have some rewards for you guys, rank 2 camps, and let's go ahead and open up the rewards. So we have gotten rank 2 on this absolutely horrendous servers. To be honest, I don't really know how I did it. The servers are just very, very terrible. There was so much lag. And then there were people disconnecting, all that stuff. So I don't really know. I think probably this is the worst weekend league I've played ever. Hands down. There was just so much delay. My players were not moving. There was so many jammy stuff. But we got there in the end. And of course, let's go ahead and open up the text. Time I don't have. I'm not unassigned. So let me set the bronze squad first. So we are back. Bronze squad set. I've seen quite a number of these and it's actually quite terrible. Not that we're gonna use. Alright, the next one. Oh my god, I got cooked. This is exactly the same player pick, no? What am I seeing, guys? What am I seeing? Oh my, absolutely cooked. 2 exact same red picks. I'm actually gonna probably talk to EA Contact and see what they would say. It took me a lot of time to go and get the rewards and the video done for you guys. So if you guys really appreciate what I do, that like button will really help the video out there. As well as if you guys want more thoughts content on the channel, do hit that sub button. My Weekend League Tactics rank 1/rank 2 tactics will most definitely come today, this upcoming week before League On thoughts, just in time for you guys. And yeah, thank you guys so much for the support, and I'll see you guys around. Alright, take care guys.